I bet you weren't expecting to see me here, given the title of the episode and whatnot. Well, yeah, I just showed up here just quickly to say that HodgePodge isn't back up yet. Unfortunately, this is just the footage I had recorded before HodgePodge went down. Just put it out here just because another update is coming out in 2 days, and when HodgePodge comes back up, that's the first thing I want to do, really start playing around with another update stuff. So, clearing out my backlog, or the little bit of backlog I had left. So, fresh start as soon as HodgePodge shows up. Anyway, let's get back to what was actually part of the video. Hello everyone, my name is Bangboomme, and welcome back to another episode of HodgePodge Season 2. This, actually I've actually completely forgotten, but I'm pretty sure it's episode 35, and as you saw in that time lapse, we got rid of that disgusting, smelly infinity sign. Ugh, disgusting. And I've stored all of the stuff, all the wool that was in the sign in separate chests because, you know, it was a disgusting, smelly infinity sign, and we don't, we don't do that around here. We can't be introducing disgusting, smelly infinity sign remnants into our base. So we need to decide carefully what we can keep or not. So in this chest, this wool was the stuff that spelled out the first three letters of the sign. This chest had the bow and the 4. I think we can keep the 4. And this chest had life. And I think that's fine. And I think I can keep the signs as well because we burned the one sign that actually said infinity on it. So I think we're all good here. We actually got quite a good amount of black wool, which is going to be super useful in mob proofing the buildings and stuff. And the dark gray wool, of course, is going to be pretty handy. So, I guess it would be right for me to thank Olehma Glass for this, but I won't, because after all, it was for a smelly, nasty, infinity sign, so, yeah, I ain't gonna thank him for that. Okay, so after a bit of hopping around, doing nothing, wasting food, killing mobs, and just wasting a lot of time trying to decide what to do next, I think I'm gonna move this beacon because it's kind of in the way here. Like, it kind of ruins the view and stuff, and it's also not very central. So like if I go like up to here-ish, you can see, yeah, right here. I don't have the haste effect. Do I have it here? Yes, I have it here. So like it kind of runs out here, and this is, I mean, honestly, the next place to expand the base to, like over this side, and then on the other side of the mountain here where we built the honey farm, over here-ish. That's kind of like over on this side, kind of. That's really the next place to expand the base to. And the beacon where it is doesn't really reach around there anywhere. So I think first things first is we're going to move the beacon, and we're going to put it down at bedrock level, like through the center of that mountain. And the reason we're doing it at bedrock level is, in case you guys didn't know, beacons work with a or at max level, beacons will reach from the central block 50 blocks in all directions around them and below them. But above them, they go all the way to build limit. So if you have a beacon up in the sky, it's not going to be as useful as a beacon down at the bottom of the ground because it'll only reach 50 blocks below it, whereas if you have it all the way at the bottom, it'll reach all the way up to build limit. So we're gonna take this down and we're gonna reset it up back inside the mountain, and hopefully it'll have a better range. If not, I can always have multiple beacons set up around the base, but I think this, if it does reach, it'll just be easier to do it like this. And there we go. We now have the beacon set up. So now we need to get out of here. I guess I just do that. And now I think this is right next to, where does this go? Okay, right here, yeah. And now I think we should see, I mean, first of all, how the beacon looks. I put a black stained glass up top so I don't fall in and stuff. And then how far out does this reach? Exactly. Maybe we have one beacon like over here-ish, and then the other beacon a lot farther over here, like in kind of the very edge of this mountain, just so I get like maximum range, because I do want to start working down in that water section maybe. For now, I guess I'm going to leave the beacon where it is, because it does provide a fairly decent range for me. It's going to cover like the majority of the actual base. I don't know. It can stay where it is for now, but I guess I'm going to need another beacon, so I'm going to go kill a wither. I have 3. I think actually what I might do first is try to get another skull, just so I can get 2 beacons at one time instead of getting one and then another later. Okay, off we go, wither hunting. I can't wait for 116 when wither skeletons just constantly spawn. It'll make getting these so much easier. Anyway, we've got the last one we wanted. We only wanted one because, let's see if I can do this all in third person. I probably can't. Nope, I messed up. Okay, I want this, and I want to place that down, and then I want to look in it. Yes, we already have 5. So now with the one that I have on, we have 6. And therefore we shall go fight, or not fight, we will go wither kill through our wither killerificator thingy, 2 withers. And I just wanted to mention to all HodgePodgers, don't leave nether fortresses a mess, okay? So the way wither skeletons spawn, they will only spawn on certain blocks inside nether fortresses, and so if you leave huge amounts of blocks and stuff all over the place, they won't spawn, especially because they need 3 blocks to spawn in. Anyway, let's go kill 2 withers. Okay, now we've got 2 beacons, and I mean, I don't really need them unless I'd probably want 4 if I was going to put them around my base for the long range. But I mean, it's always good to have a couple extra beacons just to, if you need a beacon or two here or there, you can just use it. So, yeah, we've got 2 beacons now, which I guess is handy. Don't really need them, but yeah. But anyway, I think we're gonna get on to what I'm actually planning to do for this episode. And, well, this base, it's a very dangerous base. At night, mobs come out, they go all crazy, they go all over the place. Like I said, when I was building the honey farm, I got blown up like, what did I say, 3 times at least. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that, so I'm gonna try and figure out a way to light up the base, and I really don't know how I'm gonna do that, because I don't really want to just do the standard place, leaves or carpets with the lights underneath. And one thing the base does need is paths. It could use some good paths going around between the different buildings and stuff. So maybe we'll do that and try to work in the lighting from there. The question is, how do we do the paths? I guess I'm gonna think about this for a while. Like, would just stone work? I'm not sure if stone would fit in enough with the base theme. Okay, I'm gonna think about this and do some experimenting. I mean, really, what block does one use for this? And I will be right back, I guess. Okay, I think we might have a working design. Yeah, I'm not sure. I went with the stone first, and I didn't really like the stone, and then I tried andesite, but it kind of blended in too much with the inside of buildings, because a lot of them have andesite floors and stuff, so I didn't like that either. And I don't know, I kind of wanted it to look like, pristine-ish, but I didn't really want the concrete, because if concrete doesn't have slabs, and the whole idea of using like this stuff right here is that we could replace it with slabs and then just have lights underneath it. So I think this design works, I guess. So I'm going to go through and lay out all the paths. We got this one going over to the creeper farm area. We've got the one obviously going over there to the cactus farm. We've got this one connecting up to the kelp farm, and it'll also probably run across here. And then I think what I might do here is rip out this hill, make it more of a cliff, and then just have a bubble column inside of it, because there's no real way I'm going to be able to shape this like a road going up here and make it feel smooth and natural and stuff. And I mean this is the Empire. If they want to just, have a simple elevator going up a tiny little section of a hill, then they'll have a simple elevator going up a tiny little section of the hill. So, yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do for here. And then this path winds its way across the kelp farm area over to the honey farm. And then it also bends this way and goes up to the bamboo farm. And so we have room here to stretch it around this way in case if we do more farms around here or whatever, you know, we could bring the path around that way, or alternatively, we could always just cut right through the mountain and have a tunnel. That could be pretty cool. Let me do that. That could actually be pretty cool right there. But yeah, I think I've got the paths mostly laid out, and I think I've got a design that I like for the actual paths. So my reflexes are very bad, apparently. And that's a case in point right there, honestly. Why we need to light this thing up, because creepers. Creepers galore. Yeah, we need to get these paths in. We need to do lighting up stuff. I guess I'm going to get to work here. I just went to hit the record button and a creeper came by and blew me up. Gee, thanks creeper. Anyway, what I was going to say is, this is kind of weird. Look, I can't place the button there. There's nothing here, as you can see. I can place the button there, but I can't place it on the bottom of this. But if I make that a full block, and you can see that's the slab part, you see? So this is now a full block. Now I can place the button, but I can't place it when it's a bottom slab, and that's the bottom side of it. So I should technically be able to put the button there. It seems kind of silly to me. The paths are in now, and I actually think, I haven't actually seen that from there, but that actually adds quite a bit to, yeah, wow. That makes it feel a lot less like just a bunch of random buildings and more like it's actually properly connected and stuff. So I really like that. Really like that. What I did up here is, because the path was kind of slightly hanging over the edge here, I had to make it, you know, I had to put a railing on there obviously, but I had to make it look good from down here, which it didn't. So I just kind of threw in this very rough kind of structural support thing. I don't think it looks too bad. I don't think it looks too good either. So I don't know. I guess, whoops, it's going to stay like that for now. But yeah, I'm really happy with how these paths turned out. I wasn't really sure how they'd look in the large scale when I had the tiny little prototype to the cactus farm, but I think it looks pretty good. Yeah, I think it looks pretty good personally. And now what we need to do is put the lights in, because I have not done that yet, believe it or not. So it's still completely useless, just decorational. So now we need to put all the lights in, and I'm going to fish around to see. Foxy's used in a couple of his videos a resource pack that shows which blocks are spawnable and which blocks aren't. And I'm going to see if I can get a hold of that pack, because that would be quite useful. And don't go asking Foxy to get it, because he doesn't know where to get it from. So yeah, just don't. But first, before, or I guess while I'm putting the lights in, there's a little something we need to take care of here. You know, there was that whole smelly infinity sign thingy declaring infinity to be better than mending, which we all know is a horrible, horrible lie, because mending is the best thing you can have on your bow. So I think I've got an idea for what we'll give in response to that. I think I've got a small little idea. I did end up doing some of the lighting in the area, but I never got around to recording a clip for that, so that will probably never end up getting recorded, but if you wanted to see how bad the base was before I went and lit up underneath the pass, here's a couple pictures of what it looked like with the light levels being. So any red spot is where mobs could spawn. Yeah, as you can see, it's pretty bad. Anyway, that is going to be the end of this episode, and I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all next time. Hopefully HodgePodge comes up pretty soon, because I got a lot of plans and I want to get back on there.